energy. He's not feeling good. There they are. They've got protection from the morning east side. The kittens spent 3 whole days in my shop in the AC recovering from their neuter. And as you can see, they're back to normal. This is the door to my taxidermy shop, where I think this will go good here. This is the one that's controlled by the microchip they already have in them. So Garrett's going to make sure it meets his standards. I could not for the life of me get the pins out of the hinges, so we had to cut this cat door upright, and it was janky. Good thing there's a little cover that goes over the corners, because it looked horrible. Plus it's a metal door. In order to set this door up, you have to slowly pass the cat through the door, and they just kind of ran through, so it says that it captured their tag information, but then it wasn't working afterwards. We left it on training mode so they could go in and out and get used to it anyway, which means currently anything could get in here. Why won't it go?
I don't know.
We'll probably have to reset it with the microchips going through slower. I don't think she'd be able to fit through that cat door. Well, even though we've had some rain, it wasn't rainy enough to have to lug this cart by hand. Thank goodness. It was time for Fleur's 4 piglets to leave the farm. They're old enough to be feeders now, and because that one was 𝐾𝐸, when one of the testicles doesn't descend, we usually call it a uniball, but it's called 𝐾𝐸 or crip. It doesn't make them sterile if they still have one testicle. And we can't spend the money to do like a surgery to go get it done. These are $150 feeder pigs. So anytime there's a crip, we take them to this roaster guy, because it doesn't matter if they have testicles. They won't be alive long enough for the testosterone to really change the taste of the meat. Last time we used that pin with the cover over it in July, they weren't even panting. So that shade cloth does wonders. Veruca is also getting to the age where she needs to be weaned and Mama needs to be on a break. So she's going in with Madame Rosmerta and Mrs. Norris. She does have her mama's ears, and she looks better than her mom. She's definitely healthier. But this is usually the baby pen because it's hardest to escape. And when I say escape, we usually don't have them get out of the main pen unless, you know, water washes out their fences on the outside or something. But they can get through like any cross pins to the next one over. So like Veruca goes wherever she wants. And when she moves over here tomorrow, she'll be with these two to grow out. She'll stay with us until she's old as our breeder. And she'll be a feeder, but she'll stay here. I talk about the weather a lot, but we're farmers. It affects us a lot. This summer has been crazy on the cool side. It's not been pleasant still, but we haven't been in the hundreds. We've only touched close to it a couple times. And dare I say, we're headed into fall? I'm not even believing the words that are coming out of my mouth because I think the forecast will change eventually. It is still August and I don't want to fill myself up with false hope. It rained a couple days ago. The ground's still pretty soft. We used to have this gate over at the pigs and we had it just for another entrance and we don't use that anymore. So what I've wanted is another inconvenience for this extension cord. Come breeding time, I can just let a few in and out of this pen and use this pen for goats. If you watched my last farm video, you should be subscribed by now. If you're not, just go ahead and click subscribe. I put that extension cord that's running along the top in some PVC so that we wouldn't have to duck underneath it. And now I've made it to where we have to duck underneath it again. So, by the way, if you need an auger, this is a Ryobi battery operated auger and we use it all the time for fences. So if you're a farmer and you're looking for something that's more convenient than a tractor auger, get you one of these. Doesn't open both ways. Okay. Pretty close. Lefty did not feel good this day. I could tell. We always joke that he's high because his eyes are always squinted like that and he just looks like he's enjoying life. But right here I could tell he's in pain. His ears are down, head's down. He didn't want to get out and graze. He didn't really want to eat. So I knew it was probably worms. When we first got Grace, I think it was, we kept treating her for coccidiosis, and finally I sent off a fecal to the vet. He said she had a little bit of coccidiosis, but sent us home with some stronger wormers for the whole herd, and I'm still using that. Synthetic, I guess. And then this is Cydectin, and it's 1 cc each. Tomorrow he should be feeling fine. That's how crazy good this stuff works. I don't mess around with worms. I had a sergeant major who told me that when he retired. He lost his whole herd from worms, so I don't mess around with it. Y'all might be all natural. You might want to try all the herbal remedies, but I know this works and it works fast. He feels like crap and I don't worm willy-nilly. Sergeant Major Garcia, if you're watching, I still remember your advice. I've already had quite a few girls act sick enough that I went ahead and wormed them. But I'm going to go ahead and check their fomacha today, which is right underneath their eyeball. It's kind of the lining of their eyelid. And while I'm doing that, I might as well hoof trim. They like getting up here because they get treats. What I'm going to do is push in slightly on her the top of her eye, and then push the bottom eyelid out. And if that is a white to light pink color, which it's pretty white, that means she's starting to get anemic from the worms. And they do not like me forcing. There. Good girl, Rubes. Goats can have a pretty good immunity against some worms, but when they're wormed on a regular basis, when they don't need wormer, they can actually get a resistance to each of the wormers that you're using. So I don't want that to happen, and that's why I selectively worm. Grace and Autumn seem to have been fine. Ruby, of course, got wormed today. Mary got wormed first. Lefty's been wormed. Jack's not showing any signs and I don't want to touch it, but Elise got wormed and Flora got wormed. I brought some boxes from the house and I'm going to give these to the rabbits. I might even put some hay in here, like enrichment at the zoo. I guess I should have got some for the babies. I can call Derek to bring some out. Oh! See this hair? It's hard to get out. I've tried to brush him, and he's like so flinchy. But he's better at getting it out than I am. I wish I could help him out, but there we go. There you go. You shouldn't stay together. I knew she probably wouldn't love it. The little one's got some too. And of all the rabbits, they didn't care about it at all. They got the hay out of it and they flattened it and it just sat there. Snoopy's first rain. Everybody else came running up because they feel good. I was just checking bags to see if anybody's close to having a baby. Peggy Jean has been up to some business with Franklin. She's a little over 1.5 years, so it makes sense. I can't wait to see her baby. Snoopy has been learning to be a very curious cow. He's been coming around the barn and messing with the cats, trying to play with the sheep. It's so cute. Hopefully we have another calf soon so he can play with one. I have a suspicion that Ladybird, my big longhorn, will be next. In the barn. What's going on, Snoop? Snoopy. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Hello, Laurel. They already have Laurel on babysitting duties. This happens to all cows. They'll usually go off and graze somewhere while somebody else watches all the calves or a few of them. Gives them a nice break. It's gonna be graduation day for the chicks. They'll be in this little cage I left in here for the last set of chicks. That set likes to go in there and get away from the big chickens, but they're fine with all of them. I haven't seen any like excessive clucking or fighting or anything, so I think they're getting along really well with the older chickens. I've got some distractions for the big chickens. Come here, little ones. Man, I just found out today that one of these brow banners back here with the little poofs on their head is a rooster, so I missed one. It's tempting to keep a third, but every time I've done that, they pluck the crap out of the hens, so I'm not going to. These chicks are about 5 weeks old now, and it's getting real hot in the chicken coop, so I don't want them to overheat. They've never had any artificial heat. It's been summertime the whole time. And luckily it's been a mild summer for them. I haven't seen any of them panting, but I just want to get them out here and make it that much easier for my farm sitter when I go hunting. They've got protection from the morning east sun They've still got a sunny spot here should they choose to sun. They've got a dusting pit here. This morning I was watching Garden Answer and she said that one of her employees tilled up in the run. And I was like, that's a good idea because they love dusting. Anyway, I have the 2 buff Orpingtons. I have 3 cream leg bars with the little poofs on their heads. I think 1 Bielefelder, and 1 Dominique. I went to go get turkey food today, and I saw Atwood's has lavender Orpingtons. I've always wanted those, but you know what? I have some blue chickens. They're close enough to them. I showed great restraint. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I upload some Wednesdays and all Sundays, and you can keep watching us grow our farm. Have a good one.